I did something for the first time in probably over 2 years. So today I decided not to write my workout up before my lift. And now I have not done this in probably 2+ years. But I felt what I needed today was just a day to go in the gym and let my creativity, just let my urges run wild. Just have no structure, just go in and whatever my heart wants, I do. It was one of the best lifts I've had in a very long time because I'm a very intense. I love supersets. I love to just get in there and get after it and break a crazy sweat. But but at the same time, I do enjoy my structured workouts. I like to just be able to track my workouts, but I can't effectively satisfy that part of my brain when it is structured because I can't possibly write what I'm going to what I want to be doing, right? I can't, if I have it written down, I have to follow it to the T. So I'm kind of restricting my utmost intensity that I want to hit, in a sense, if that makes sense, because it's like, I like to go off how I'm feeling in the moment, I'll throw some abs in, I'll just throw some out, it's just craziness. Like today I started my workout like I always do with my 15 minutes incline walking, and then my 3 sets of dips and 3 sets of pull-ups. But like today I just decided, because I didn't have anything written down, I added rear delt cable flies in that little workout, or that little warm-up superset rather, so it became a tri-set. And then I went down to the dumbbells and I did seated dumbbell lateral raise, and I supersetted that with abs, where you put your legs in the thing and you lean all the way back, that, which I would never have that superset if I was thinking of a quote unquote optimal workout beforehand. Then I went on to overhead press. Then I think I did pin loaded dips, went back to the dumbbells, did some French press. I was kind of all over the place, but it felt really good to be all over the place, because I was able to just feed that hunger to just go in and go as hard as I possibly can. Holy fuck, it's sweltering in here. The biggest thing I took from this was just sticking to the basics. I think you can live a pretty easy life if you just stick to the basics, and it's applicable to many things, but I'm going to specifically just talk about in the gym and even diet. As long as you stick to the basics, you'll be fine. I think we live in a society where we have a ton of analysis paralysis because we're trying to figure out what's the most optimal, what's going to get the highest percentage return of muscle growth or strength. Now, I think you should train safely. I think once you get a good form down, then just stick to the basics. We don't need to do all this crazy, seated fucking, I've been seeing people tie shit to their elbows for their lats. Just craziness. I think if you go in, like today I went in, it's shoulders. I'm just going to hit dumbbell lateral raises, go into some standing overhead press, and just do as many sets as I want. I went into plate loaded shoulder press afterwards and did 2 sets. Last set, I did a set. I was just throwing drop sets in there, fucking supersets, tri-sets, But again, it was all just kind of the basics. It was dips, pull-ups, overhead press, shrugs, dumbbell lateral raises, just a ton of free weight shit. And now, when you're going to hit back, just hit some dumbbell rows, hit a lat pull down, barbell bent over rows, deadlifts, pull-ups. I think we're just in this. Now, I don't totally disagree with science-based things. I understand that there's studies that are showing that you're going to get a higher return doing these certain things, but I also think that's going to complicate things, and people always have the excuse of, I don't have time to go in the gym. Well, when you go in the gym and you have to set up a bench and get these straps and these wraps to go around your elbow to do all this shit, or you're tying yourself to the leg press, whatever it may be, right? That's going to take up so much time than if you just went in there and it's leg day and you said, fuck it, I'm going to hit some leg extensions, lunges, and back squats. You can't go wrong with that. You'll never go wrong with that. And just hit as many sets as you feel like you want to hit, and hit them intense. I think intensity is the most important thing. We just need to stop overcomplicating everything, and we need to just stick to the basics. And when it comes to food, People overcomplicate food. What should I eat? What shouldn't I eat? And it's like, it's pretty simple. If you eat meat, fruit, and vegetables, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And just, you cannot overeat. It's as simple as that. Just get yourself a good portion, eat 2-3 meals a day, and you'll be fine. I think people overcomplicate that as of, well, how much protein, how much fat, how much this. It's like, eat whole foods, eat them till your belly's, satiated, and move on. And you'll live a fucking happy life. And you'll see results like crazy. We fucking overcomplicate everything, man. It's like, it felt so good to just get in there and just get after it and just do fucking basic lifts. Like standing, I did, I think like 5 or 6 sets of standing overhead press just because they felt good. I kept it basic. I didn't overcomplicate. I listened to my body. Today, my body was telling me these overhead presses feel fucking great. So I kept doing them. I wasn't like, well, this isn't optimal because my return has dropped drastically percentage-wise because after the 4th set, can you really push out anymore? I just listened to the chimpanzee in my brain, the caveman in my brain that was like, this is fun. I'm going to keep pressing. And I did that. And I was fucking having a blast. Like more than I have in such a long time. I'm going to write back in my book just how the lift went. And I'm going to still track my workouts. But I'm definitely going to have a little switch of like, not everything has to be tracked. I'm going to write down some core movements I want to hit in that lift. And then if I want to start throwing supersets in and fucking just doing random shit, whatever my little heart desires, I'm going to do it. I'm not just going to stick to the fucking whatever I have in the book, I am if it's certain lifts, but I get almost like an OCD about it if it's like, oh my God, I hit 2 sets of fucking push-ups after this movement, and that could have affected my reps, so like I have to write that in the book. It's like, fuck that. If I want to hit some fucking hanging leg raises, supersetted with some shit, I don't need to write it down every single time. Like I said, I'm gonna write down my core shit, and I might just start throwing shit in there just to get that heart rate up. It felt good to have my heart rate up and my sweat. I was pouring sweat, and I'm currently still pouring sweat because it's fucking blistering in this room. It is scalding. But I digress. So people, if you're going to take anything from a fucking idiot like me, keep it basic. Keep it basic in the basic things in life. And then keep it complex in the more complex things. Like when you're doing this, keep it complex. Read books that challenge you. Find shit that challenges you mentally. But if you're trying to do something consistently over time, like weightlifting or eating, and you're so confused and you don't know, man, what movements should I hit, or, what should I eat? When should I eat? Go into the gym, get your core form down, take your time, and just go in and do whatever your heart desires and keep it fucking basic. Keep it to the free weights. Obviously isolation movements are great, but I think you should be starting your workouts out with some sort of body weight to get warmed up, dips, pull. I religiously do my 3 sets of 12 to 15 dips, supersetted with 3 sets of 10 pull-ups. I religiously do that before every single lift, just to get the blood flowing. I'll throw in some push-ups. I'll throw in some burpees. And then I'm going into some free weight shit. And then as the workout progresses, I'll maybe throw in 1 or 2 isolation movements. Like if I'm hitting back, I'll throw in like a plate loaded or sometimes a pin loaded row of some sorts. And then biceps, that just sounded fucking douchey. I don't know why that just pissed me off the way I said biceps. I don't know. But arms, I'll hit I've been hitting seated dumbbell curls like fucking crack. I hit them every single back and by day. And then I'll end the workout with some sort of little isolation, maybe 2 sets, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Real slow, preacher curl or whatnot. But yeah, don't overcomplicate anything in life unless it is inherently complicated and you have to work through it. But basic shit like lifting and getting physically fit and healthy, it is not that hard. Keep it basic. You guys know the drill. I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace. If I'm still alive, because it's 5 billion degrees in this fucking room. It also probably doesn't help that I have a fucking beanie on. Idiot.